Hello there, this is Rom coming back at you with yet another video. The men who consistently get attractive women. The men who consistently get it. And they ain't what like a lot of guys, like especially in these spaces, generally think. Yeah, but before I get started, let me start this car up. Pop my defrosters. It's getting cold out this building. Yeah. Let me pop my defrosters. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Rom can see out this thing. But real quick before I get into it, hopefully this ain't too loud. I'll just talk a little bit louder. But do my glasses. Yeah, it's cardio day today, but I don't do like the regular cardio and just run around or something or stay on some bike or something for 30 minutes. What I do is I'll get on like a rowing machine. I get on there for 5 minutes and then get a medicine ball and bounce it up and down. Like throw it, like get on my tiptoes, raise the ball up over my head, and throw it down hard. It'll bounce up, squat, grab it, go back up, and just keep doing it. Do 10 sets up. I mean, not 10 sets. 10 reps, 4 sets. And then, like, every time I finish the medicine ball, just get back on the roll for 5 minutes. Wait, hold on a second. Yeah, so I get on the roar. So, just switch it up and everything, and then I do 10 minutes. What's it called? A hex trainer or something like that. It's something that trains like your sides. Like instead of like a stair stepper where you're going up and down, you're going side to side, and that trains like your hips, your obliques, all of that, and then just finish up on a stair stepper. But yeah, I don't know it. Yeah. Anybody think, oh yeah, Rom, an old guy? Let's get in the gym. We just do cardio. Let's go until one of us drops. And either way, you lose. Because if you're younger than me and you beat me, well, you're supposed to. But if you lose to me, you look stupid as shit. All I had to do was just last. Oh, man. Yeah, I got to glove up for them. But anyway, the men who consistently get attractive women. And here's the key to it. You just have to have your best presentation. You just got to be thorough. And for those who haven't heard me say it, that was something said around the way back in the day, and accordingly in some places now. You just clicking on as many levels as you can. On as many levels. Now, you get a bunch of guys who always question if they've gone outside or they grifting you for views and money, saying, oh yeah, it's just face. Women look at the face, but they look at every single thing on a man. Every single thing. In fact, one of my Patreon groups, Raw Brotherhood, we just did a webinar with this woman, and she's talking about she watches how your feet are positioned, like how you walk. Are your feet straight or you walk like a duck? She said that, and she was like, if your feet ain't straight, she leave you alone. I could have bogarted that, but I said nah, I don't feel like doing all that. But women, they be looking at every single thing about you. Now, one of the things, I don't go on theory, and I don't go online. Remember, I'm called Field Master for a reason. I only go what I've seen. And this is what I've seen consistently to this day. The men who get the women, they're going to have an overall good presentation, good practice. In fact, let me shout out Cousin Tito. He just did a video on the skill set of seduction. I'm going to put that in the in the description box, a link for that, because he actually covered that. We hadn't even talked about it beforehand. But at the same time, if if you got a higher level of man gets woman, you really know what works. You know it works. And when you're at that higher level, that's what the guys are doing. It's not even about like trying to hit them with some line or some what people would call some PUA shit. Because like I said, don't come at me with that shit. That shit corny to me, you know, or this and that. If you take an honest look at the men that the attractive women are truly getting with, you know, they just simply thorough. They can hit on multiple levels. Now, I know some dudes that say, well, it's because they're so handsome. But let's be real. I mean, when I say attractive women, I mean generally attractive, above average, and from above average to a dime. Who do you really see them with? Like, and when we say above average, okay, the woman's in good shape. She got a face you can walk around with in public. You can call her pretty or attractive, whatever term you want to use. So who's getting those women? But if you look at the guys ain't always like, they definitely not no supermodel looking dudes. In fact, let's just be raw with it. You get a lot of guys out here, they on the tip of the male models more so than women. With the dudes, if you're going to say what they look like men. They look like men, and men are supposed to look some rugged. Like, you got some guys out here talking about, oh, they chasing pretty boys or something. Well, maybe that's a European thing. Maybe that's a European thing. That ain't the case in America. And guys gotta ask themselves how many dudes they know who would be considered like pretty boys really getting it. Now, yeah, you get some who will get some play, but even they gotta have something else, because like I said, women focus on the whole package. Now, body game comes into this. Now, what have I always said? Have your best body, but it gotta be a good body build. The guys who get the women have a good body build, but it's usually more about their physical frame. It's more about their frame. Like, if you had that V, you're gonna get women. Or you got no matter whether you ectomorph, mesomorph, or endomorph. There's plenty of big men. Even when you talk about the big men, you got plenty of endomorphs. They walking around with a fine woman, but if you look at them, you know, they got that got a solid build. I would say this in general. The key to it is your stomach not hanging over too much. You can have a little bit. A lot of women even like that. Shout out Cousin T-Tar again. If you look at the roughnecks, you look at police officers, firemen, construction workers, they don't be complaining about women. Look at their body builds, their general body builds. Hell, even like some special forces. Look at their general body build and everything. That's that roughneck build. In women, that's generally what they go for. Now, if you got that fitness model build, okay, that's cool and everything. That's cool. You get some attention. But how many people really got that? See, when I talk about it, I ain't focused on what the celebrities do. Dudes be focusing on that. I'm like, well, shit, I'm out here in the everyday world. That's realistic. Celebrities on their own shit. So what is the regular? Well, I ain't gonna say regular because they ain't quite regular. I'm gonna get into that too. But what are, if you get the guys out here, when you see them with some fine woman, she hot, what's up with them? It's the whole thing. So they start with the body, and then your presentation, how you adorn the body, how your fit, your clothing, and all of that is bait. And then your posture, how you walk and everything. Do you walk with confidence? Do you walk with your toes straight? I mean, it's just like, are you slumped over, or are you walking with your shoulders back? You holding up your head? They be looking at all of that. And then, a lot of guys seem to be ultra focused on the face, but let's be real. They be trying to say, well, they got this on their eyes and shit, but if you take an honest look at the guys who be getting the women, they don't look like no damn models or some shit. They don't look like they get a modeling contract or was conventionally considered, that aesthetic. And I'm gonna be real on something. Sometimes, I mean, I don't know, at least in this country, women be calling some guys who looking too pretty faggots. They be calling them gay, for real. I'm just being real with you. But if you got as long as you just, basically all you need to do to satisfy a woman, especially since most women want to be the better looking one. They want to be the pretty one. They want to be the pretty one most. Because some guys talking about some shit, oh, women want a prettier man. They counsel up. But the man just need to, as long as he keep his shit straight, he keep a good haircut, he keep his shit straight and clean. That's all the man really need. If he going in beard, just keep that up. Seriously, all the man really needs is just good grooming. That's all a man need. Because women in general, if you take an honest look at the dudes really getting the women, not some shit you thinking online or they liking some pic or some shit like that. Like out here in the world, walking around holding hands, all of that. They're going to have some roughness to them. They're going to look like a man. A man's supposed to look rough. Man's supposed to look like he can fuck up some shit. He can build some shit. He can go out and get that money. So, but they'll still, keep this shit clean. They ain't going to be dirty and shit and, try to keep their teeth up. And even, body-wise, they gotta look like they can physically do shit. They can physically do shit. Physically go get that money, move around. Physically lay out a body. Seriously, that hits a woman like he can pick her up. Seriously, that's a big thing with women. Being with a man who look physically like he can physically protect her. Physically. I'm gonna emphasize that word. You need to have a roughness to him. Even if he's slim, he gotta even a slim dude gotta have kind of that Bruce Lee kind of vibe to him. He still gotta have that roughness. Because that's basically masculine. Masculine is active. Masculine can fuck shit up. So that's the physical thing. And let me get on the money thing. Real quick. I saw an interesting quote and it kind of summed it up. When many women, there's like two types of women who you will see with a man with money. Two types. One is the obvious gold digger. But then the second one, it ain't so much the money the woman's attracted to, but it's the energy that he took to get the money. The go-getter, the hustler, and then just the energy. Because that means, a man getting money, that means he got to be active in everything. He has to do his thing. Wait, hold on a second. Yeah. I had to do something I didn't need to see. But, they attracted to more the energy of it. And this is how you know the difference. If a woman wants you to spend money directly on her, and it's not of a benefit to both of you, gold digger. If she's not really pressed about the money, but more about the lifestyle and being comfortable, all right, that's legit. And I'm just being real with it. That's the thing. Because like I always say, money does make a difference. But see, a lot of dudes confuse that with thinking, oh, I got to spend money on the woman. You might not spend a penny. You might have a lot of money, not spend it, but she feels comfortable with the energy it took to get that money. Oh, especially in bed, because I'm going to tell you what, hustlers be tearing up some pussy. And they be getting some women, whether they want to be a player, whether they want to be married or anything like that. So that's, wait, hold on again. Yeah, this weather changing up. But anyway, that's one angle. But that's part of being thorough, being able to get that money. But another part, and I'm going to get back into that in a second. But another part is just, important part is the personality. You know, it kills me when I'll mention this and get some little dork ass motherfucker. Yeah, I said dork ass motherfucker. Acting like, oh no, you just need looks, you just need money, you just need status. Okay, all that's good bait. What y'all gonna talk about? Okay, you look good to a woman, you got money and status. Y'all still gotta talk. Y'all not gonna if you anybody who's dealt with women know, okay, that gets them over there. You still gotta talk to them, and you will probably talk to them about shit that don't have anything to do with how you look. What she gonna do? Sit there and be like, oh, you're so handsome and shit. She might say, oh, you handsome. Then she want to talk about her Uncle Junior and his antics or something. Or she talking about some shit she going through. She might want to talk about her job. You know? She might want to do some shit. And then your status, okay. All right, you got that status, okay. That can do something. The money can do something. What you going to talk about? Y'all still got to sit there. What y'all going to do? Motherfuckers be saying that shit. Use some fucking common sense, man. And you still got to talk to them. You still got to interact. You still got to sit there with them. Like, plenty of fellas who've gotten women. How often have y'all dealt with some woman? She's dumb as fuck. She look good. She's dumb as fuck. And you like, nah, this ain't me. She look good, though. Shit, women, shoot, they even, like, big on that. Because, see, one of the things with women, they got to feel an emotional connection. They don't feel emotionally connected to how you look or how much money you got. However you got it. That gets them, like I said, that might get them, all that stuff might get them over there. They still got to click with your personality. They still got to feel like safe with you. They still want to laugh. Shit, don't you want to laugh with them? Let's turn that shit around for one time, man. Let's turn that shit around. And yeah, I'm going off on this tangent because I'm tired of stupid ass, dorky ass motherfuckers don't understand it. Yeah, you got to bring your personality in there. You stupid as fuck. And yeah, I'll look you in the face and tell you that shit. I don't have tolerance for like lack of common sense, man. Seriously. But like I said, let's turn this around. You want a woman that you ain't gonna talk to? Shit. Or talking stupid or something? Or you just don't click with your personality? That shit might be good if all you want is some pussy and shit, and you paying for it. But shit, you want to click with it. Especially if your man want to do something. And one of the things, these men who really getting the women, they got cool personality. You know, they leaders and shit. They leaders. And let me get back into kind of the money thing. Kind of the money. It just touches on money and status. They doing something with their fucking lives. They ain't sitting around. They doing something. One of the things I've noticed is consistently, and some dudes saying it's about the status, but it's about the energy. These motherfuckers doing something. They living on their mission. They living on their mission. They doing something. They can say they got something outside of that woman. They ain't just regular everyday Joes. They stepping up and standing up as men, and they making a difference. And it could be whatever. They got some shit going on. They got a hustle going on. They got a business going on. They might be activists for something. Because just the energy of that, just the masculinity in that gets the women. Because the more feminine a woman is, in fact, shit, you masculine enough, it'll bring out the woman in a woman. It'll bring out her femininity. But that's what they want. That's who they want. So that dude, that man, the men, and like I said, this ain't no speculation and stuff, because every now and then I get some dorky ass motherfucker, man. I'm out here in the motherfucking streets, motherfucker. Ain't some dork sitting at home and shit, don't have any friends, don't know how to talk to people. And hell, Just had a consultation with a rising lion last night, and I was going through. I was actually like reorganizing all the files I have. Everybody I've done a consultation with, I got like folders and everything, and I had to get a new container because the containers I had, they were getting too stuffed, so I had to get a new container. And I was actually going through it, so I know which ones were having trouble. I know which ones want some thorough shit. And I actually got friends. So I know what I'm experiencing. I know what my friends are doing. I actually have friends. Maybe some of y'all need to try that shit. But the bottom line is that's what it is. And I've seen that shit work. People say the game has changed and all of that. And there might have been some superficial shit, but a thorough man in the 70s, a thorough man in the 80s, a thorough man in the 90s will fit right in. Because that hasn't changed. Because people know I've talked about the house of the man. The 4 pillars, the hunter, the eagle, the warrior, and the healer. The more a man comes close to that, shit, women gonna always come his way, especially attractive women, especially beautiful women. Because truly beautiful women, they're gonna be more in their femininity, so they can't help but being attracted to a man in his masculinity. So, you know, the warrior, he the protector, he the paternal, he's the father. Shit. Make sure it's 3 o'clock in the morning, there's a noise, he already downstairs. And if he gotta lay out a body, he'll do it. The ego, that's that rational thing, thinking. He sees the path ahead. He'll find whatever goal there is, he's gonna find it. The hunter, that's a smooth assassin, he's ruthless. Nothing lives unless something dies. He's gonna go get that money. Like I said, it's a situation. Women turned on by that energy. They want to know whatever motherfucker they with can keep food on the table, keep a roof over their head. That's just a reality. It ain't about just giving them some gifts. And that healer can restore shit. And that healer can make love to them. Shit, women, the closer you come to all activating all 4, the closer you come. Even if you got, because the average man only got 1, and even not that good of 1. An extraordinary man got 2. Super extraordinary 3. Shit. You got all 4. Boom. You won't get no peace. And that's all a man has to do. Just develop yourself. Because if you read my book and really listen to what I'm saying develop yourself all the way around. Seriously. Develop yourself all the way around. You know, don't be caught up because you some dorks online done told you, oh well, you gotta have the, you know, your jawline gotta measure this, or you know, you need these eyebrows or some shit like that. Please, just get the best you can. Don't try to be anybody else, because that's what the women looking at. They looking at the entire package. And the main thing, they're looking for you to be a man. Because nothing, I don't give a fuck what term you use. At the end of the day, that's what a woman wants. And one thing about the men I've known personally, who get an attractive wife or girlfriends or multiple women, the motherfuckers were men. You know? Now, I know some people say, well, what about those homosexuals? Look at the women they get. I'm saying attractive. If you want the best women, quality women, and let me be clear, quality women don't mean she just look good, she just looks good physically and shit. I mean, she got some sense. She's cooperative. I'm talking about the women all these guys want. All y'all coming on here and want. You know? And that even goes beyond just some pure aesthetics. And that's great and everything, but then there's also their personality. Like I said, these motherfuckers, dumbass motherfuckers who think personality don't matter. You say, you really want some woman with some fucked up personality? Or you think, what y'all gonna do? Y'all going on a date or something, y'all just sitting around, y'all just gonna stare at each other? Use some fucking common sense. Seriously. That's a problem with a lot of motherfuckers and shit. Don't have some basic common sense. Everything, man. Especially women. Man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. And I've said this a million times, man. Women check out shit you ain't even thinking about. I always tell that story. I will keep telling that story. That one woman, she let me. I thought I had all this shit going on. She let me know. Well, one, she never talked about my education. Two, she let me know on several occasions she wasn't feeling my looks. And this was in fitness model days. I mean, they were okay too. They're alright. She let me know shit. She's feeling me because of what I did for my grandmother and coaching some kids in soccer. When women look at that shit too, they be looking at shit. In fact, I would say this. At the end of the day, that's all you can really do. Be yourself and see who's feeling that shit. Because you never know what a woman paying attention to. Hell. I remember seeing, I was out with my sons, last weekend. And I saw some woman, cause she saying, she came up, hey, how you doing? And I'm looking at her, who are you? And she was like, oh yeah, I always see y'all at the gym, and you do such a great job with them. And she's giving me that look. I was like, okay. But some women like it. In fact, there's been some guys or women. There was a video with a woman promoting games saying, no, it was kind of a joke thing about having that baby or something. And women look at that shit. They be thinking. Because I'm surprised how much attention. Whenever I've been with my sons, holding them out with them, whatever, ever since they were little. Plenty of attention. Plenty of attention. But my point there is, don't be like, oh, let me get some sun. No. That you never know. Because every woman wasn't looking. But my point is, just develop yourself to the best extent and see who likes that shit. And yeah, you work on a physical thing. You don't have to be perfect, because who the fuck out here perfect with it? And then the personality, trust me, they look at every little thing. And like I said, sometimes it can come to something. I've said this several times. You could be talking, like I will always use an example of my buddy who's a staunch Christian. She don't give a fuck what you look like, how tall you are, how muscular you are, how much money you got. If you ain't worshiping your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, you get nothing from him. And that's how it go. That's why I say ultimately you can't worry. But you do, if you be yourself, you get more options. Your best version. That's it. And that ain't game. You just being yourself. You ain't lying, manipulating, anything like that. You just being yourself and see who click with that shit. And let me say one more thing about the personality. That's the second level, really. That's the second level. The physicality, just get them over there. But if you're talking day to day, because after a while, I don't care how good you look, how much money you got, how much stash you got. Once they get them over there, they get used to it, then it's them what? It's a personality to keep. And really, that's because that's when you get into a woman's heart. It's the emotions, how she started feeling around you. Because trust me, I've seen many a woman, they'll say the guy with the guy, he looked good, but his personality, they might even have got with him for a bit. Like I said, it might be for some short-term shit. But then as they get to know him, they're like, he became ugly too. Because one thing, when women looking at, understand this too, when women looking at a guy, it's never just a physical thing. Guys got to get out of that. Women, they bring in so many factors in when they checking out something. When we, like, the lady friend who did the webinar for me, she said it. If a man walk in the room, we just see what we looking for. We see that one thing. Most men. If a woman walk in the room, she done peeped every single thing in there. And then they can actually feel a man. They using so many things to really, they ain't just looking at a man. They smelling a man. That's why colognes are like a cheat code. Like how you smell. They listening to your voice. And then they just going by how they generally feel around you. Their general feeling while they're around you. They going for that. And see, you got to get that. You got to understand that. Once you understand that, bada boom. So, anyway, though, I'm about to get out of here. But look, and I'm going to tell you what, anybody on, y'all rolling with me and stuff, all of this is being your best. You building yourself to be an apex. I don't use the term alpha. I'm going to say apex alpha. You working to be the best. Your best. Not Rom's best. Not some content creator's best. Not some hypothetical Chad best. You being your best. And see who like it. Shoot. I remember the other day I had to get something from the post office. I get my shit mailed to my post office and stuff. And I saw this baddie, and she with this guy short stature. But you know what? He was in decent physical shape, Had a good haircut and all that. I can't make a judgment about facial features and shit because I don't know what a woman like, but I know a good haircut and a beard when I see it. And dude was he had that thorough vibe, like, don't fuck with me. I was like, okay, I get it. I get it. And you got to build towards that. So, anyway, y'all have a good weekend. Y'all know I don't do this shit on the weekends. We'll get in here, get some food and everything. Oh, man.